Hi friends, welcome back. So in this video, I will be discussing about 50 interview questions, especially if you are a fresher with 0 to 2 years of experience, then this video will be very important for you. I will be discussing very important, very critical, very crucial, common interview questions which they normally ask in any software testing interviews. The first interview question is, what is software testing? What is basically a software testing? The software testing is a part of a software development lifecycle. Software testing is basically a piece of overall software development lifecycle. And its main purpose of software testing is to validate the accuracy of the software or an application which we are testing it, and again which we are testing against the business requirements or user stories. That is the main purpose of software testing. The main goal here is to test an application or a product to check whether, based on the business requirement, whether the application or product has been really implemented or not, whether it is giving the right output or not based on the given input as per the business requirement. This is about what is all about software testing. This is how you should explain what is all about software testing. The second one is, can you explain the phases involved in software testing lifecycle? Basically, they wanted to understand whether have you worked completely the overall process of software testing lifecycle or not. That is the main goal here. You should answer in this way. Basically, the first phase is the requirement analysis. So in requirement phase, you will be doing a detailed analysis about requirements, and if you need any clarification, especially to write the test cases, to write the test plan or write test strategy, if you need any clarification, you can check with product owners, business analyst, and developer so that they can clarify you so that you can move on to the next phase, which is test planning phase. The test planning phase here, basically the overall strategy, overall planning which we are going to do in this phase. The test planning, where you will be discussing about various things, what is in scope, what is out of scope, what are the schedules, which all the resources are required, what are the risks and issues are there in the project, what are the different types of testing we do, what kind of automation tools we use, what is the infrastructure, what is the technology being used. Everything we will be defining as part of the test planning and test strategy perspective. Then the third aspect here is we will be detailing out the test cases based on the test scenarios which were developed as part of the user stories. Then the fourth is, once the test cases and preparation is done, as the developers also will be developing the code parallelly, testing team will be preparing the test environment in parallelly, where we will be setting up the environment here to take the build for to deploy on this test environment and proceed for test executions. That is the fifth phase, where we will be deploying the build which is provided by the development team, and we will be running whatever the test cases which we have written earlier, which will be executed each one by one. As we execute the test execution, we may find lot of issues, lot of problems that will be getting reported as part of bug reporting process. And once the bug reports are fixed by the development team, then we will be retesting it once the overall criteria of the testing is met. That is when we do test closure. When all the criteria which we define as part of our test planning on the closure activity, if everything is correct, where every stakeholder is fine for closing the project, that is the time we finalize the test closure as agreed with all the stakeholders, and we will be signing off from the testing team. That is the overall process or overall phases involved in software testing life cycle. Then the third important question is, what is functional testing? So what is basically a functional testing? If you can see this diagram, the testing will be done based on the functional requirements or functional requirement specifications or user stories. And again, so we'll be testing against the required test data, and the output we will be validating as part of the actual versus expect result. This is the overall perspective of the functional testing, where it is a totally we will treat this overall testing it as a black box testing. So the entire application which we are going to test, we will treat it as a black box, and we won't be knowing how the code has been written inside. We won't be bothering much about how it has been implemented on the ground. So we will be worried only about functional requirements. I'm going to give this data, then whether I'm going to get the expected results or not. That is the main goal as part of the functional testing. You won't be much worried about how it is implemented and what language it has been implemented, what code has been implemented, how many for loops they have added, how many while loops they have added. We won't be validated as part of the functional testing. Fourth question is, what is non-functional testing? So what is non-functional testing? So non-functional testing, as we discussed in the functional testing, we will be testing as part of the functional requirements in functional testing. Here we will be testing as part of the non-functional requirements. So non-functional requirements are nothing but we will be testing in parameters such as performance of the application, performance of the product, or accessibility of the product, or accessibility of the application, user experience of the application or a product. We will be taking all these consideration as part of non-functional testing. So this is the overall the diagram to explain the basic concepts of non-functional testing. Then we will move on to the next question. What are the different types of testing? We just came to know what is functional testing, what is non-functional testing. Now we will try to understand what are the different types of testing which is under functional testing, and what are the types of testing under non-functional testing. Under functional testing, we have a unit testing, we have a integration testing, we have a system testing, we have a interface testing, regression testing, and user acceptance testing. So these are the some of the different types of testing which we normally do under functional testing. When we come towards non-functional testing, then we will have the below types of testing which we do as part of non-functional testing, which is performance testing, stress testing, load testing, security testing, installation and document testing. These are the some of the different types of testing which we normally do as part of this non-functional testing. These are the various different types of testing which we normally do as part of software testing. Then we'll move on to the sixth question. What is black box testing? Tester will view the software as a black box. As a black box, you will be completely ignoring how the code has been written internally and its behavior as part of the black box testing. Here, tester will only ensure that I am going to give this kind of input as part of the business requirement, then I am going to expect the right output. If I am not going to get that kind of output, then I will say this test case is failed or test case is passed. Then we will move on to the next question. What is white box testing? So white box testing, it is in reverse of black box testing. Here we validate the internal part of the software product or an application. Here, in order to understand the internal parts, definitely the tester or a developer should have a programming skills so that he can easily understand the code and he can write the test cases as part of the white box testing, as part of his testing abilities, as part of his testing activities. And again, here also you will be validating what is the input and what is the output. And also, in order to derive what is the inputs and outputs, he has to go through the in detail of software source code. That is the whole logic of a white box testing.